Hello and welcome to the Pie of Justice podcast with Jonathan Cruz and Austin McDowell. I'm Austin,
I'm Jonathan.
and today we
You
will
can
be
hear
talking.
me,
Yep, we sure can. And today we will be talking about things,
but
and
not really.
we're basically a continent away from each other, so you can see how well it's working out so far. It it is currently 2:04 in the morning.
Yep. Even though we're on different continents, it's the same time.
Yep, time paradox and all that.
Whoa.
And thank you for joining us for the first ever Pie of Justice, a name that was fueled by 2 hours of bickering and arguing and eventually settling on something so we could both go to sleep.
Yeah, I was just naming things.
We were both naming things, and one of us didn't like what the other one named.
And then we were just like, how about Pie of Justice? And you were like, yeah, whatever.
It's pretty much how it happened.
Basically. What are we going to talk about, Austin?
We're going to talk about things. First thing we're going to talk about is glitch art, because you pulled that up today, and I have no idea what it is.
Glitch art! Glitch art is actually pretty cool.
Alright, what is glitch
Um,
art?
so what it is, you know how whenever you watched, like, a VHS tape, it would always have like if your VHS player was sort of crappy, it would always have some like lines and stuff on it.
So, basically a regular VHS player.
Yeah, basically. Like it would have lines and stuff where it would mess up.
Yeah.
Some guys have figured out how to make art out of that
Oh, that
and
sounds awesome.
stuff like it. Basically, you can do it with computers now. It's
Mm-hmm.
stuff called like data bending. And what they'll do is they'll take a picture or an image file. And one of the most simple ways is just to open it as a text file and then save it again. And whenever you do that, what it does is if you open it as a text file, the like WordPad
Yeah.
will try and make it into text and it'll add like whatever characters it thinks it's seeing and it'll add line spaces and paragraphs and different spacing and stuff. And then if you resave that, it'll do just crazy stuff to the image.
Alright, I get what you're saying. So
Yeah.
it's literally glitching.
Yeah, like it's glitching.
Ah,
It's called data bending. It's like you know what circuit bending is?
no?
Circuit bending is like data bending but musically. It's like they took old basically they're short circuiting most of the time it's like musical toys like kids pianos and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the time that's what they use, but they're short circuiting them on purpose to get them to just make weird noises.
Oh, it's like making dubstep.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
basically.
and we just lost about three-fourths of the people who were listening to this.
I didn't
Awesome.
even but I didn't even know it was a thing until like I think I was in like a record store in Greensboro last year and it was one of those like you can rent a space to sell things.
Yeah.
And one of the spaces that was rent was a guy who was selling like circuit bent keyboards and like toy guitars and stuff. And I was just like he had a speak and spell where every single button on the speak and spell was a different sound effect, and it wasn't like you could spell stuff out anymore. It was like everything was he made a whole soundboard out of it.
Well, that sounds
And
pretty awesome.
I was like, this is pretty cool, but I have no idea what I would do with it. So no.
I doubt anyone would have any clue what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, by the way, people, if you don't know how a podcast works, you don't actually look at the video. You just minimize it and do something else.
Are you recording a video?
No, I'm not recording a video, but I figured I'd probably put this in video form
Oh, okay.
or an audio thing. Listen to it and play chess or masturbate if you want, but don't really
That's
look
what
at the
I'm.
video.
That's what I do.
you you put on sports podcasts and masturbate.
Basically. Oh yeah, give me more sports news. Do it. I want to hear about A Rod retiring.
He's not really retiring. He's just in a lot of trouble
Yeah.
for using performance enhancing drugs, using those things you're not supposed to use.
Yeah, you know, because no one else uses them.
Oh, absolutely not. But the thing is Audrey A-Rod
Padre.
is kind of
It's Pig Latin now.
A-Rod's kind of being a douche about it.
Oh.
To be completely honest, because he came out of Yankee Stadium and he started waving at fans and stuff. And I understand that that's a fan service and you should appeal to people, but I mean, you just got busted for cheating. It's like you can't say that you're a good person for something like that. That and I hate the Yankees, so whatever.
Yeah.
You don't even watch baseball, do you?
I watch some baseball.
I watch a lot of
However,
baseball.
I do find baseball to be one of the more boring sports that man has created. Like, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it's a lot more fun when you're there.
I mean, yeah. I understand that it is a lot more fun while you're there, and it is because I've seen baseball live. Baseball on TV is completely lost on me. I'm just like, what am I doing?
I
I'm
understand
sitting
that.
here, like, more than half of the time, I'm sitting here just watching dudes stand around on a field. They're not even pitching.
I completely
They're just.
understand that. Well, I
I'm
mean,
like, what are you doing?
a lot of
And then
sports are like that.
games are like 5 hours. I'm like,
The
oh, okay.
the only sport that I can say I don't find appealing on TV or to watch in person is golf.
Yeah, 'cause golf is like you have to walk all the way across it.
Ye-
Also, like all the way across the field, like even if you're just watching.
And it's
Just
just
like,
it's like
just
being on the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's like watching one thing from a different angle. Honestly, that's all it is. And
basically.
I understand some of the stuff they do is kind of cool, but God, it's like watching paint dry in living color in real
You're just
form.
like, oh look, Tiger made it again.
He made it into
Woo!
he made it into his 18th hole. Hey, double
Look at
entendre.
that.
All right,
Another good band name. We're gonna have a band called Tiger's 18th Hole.
that is a good band name. Um, did you read the thing about the upcoming possible album that me and my buddy Dante are writing?
Yeah, I saw that on. Well, I sort of saw it on Facebook.
Okay, yeah.
I saw your post that said we might be writing an album, but I didn't read all of it.
It's
I was skimming.
it's called The Appeal of Prom and New Balances, and it's about high school.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
I just like the
Already.
name.
The appeal of prom and New Balances.
Yeah. The joke being that both of our proms,
Uh-huh.
both times we went, Dante and I, we obviously went separately, because
Uh-huh.
have a bit of explaining to do to the parents if we went together. But
Mm-hmm.
both times we went, at the end of the night, it was just kind of a complete waste of time and money. And I
Mm-hmm.
just made a mortal enemy by saying that. But hey, I don't care. 2:12 in the morning, YOLO. And
He was
how
never heard from ever again.
and for some
His
reason,
last words were YOLO.
and then I swear he jumped off that cliff, and I don't know what happened to him after that. That's the last time we ever saw of him. But for some reason, we both really like New Balance shoes. I like them because they're comfortable. Because they are.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, you should check that out. I have allergies. I have 2 in the morning allergies.
Is that a thing?
2 in the morning
Can you
allergies?
just get 2 in the morning allergies?
It happens at 2 in the morning every time.
Really?
Yeah, every time. I can't explain it. I just wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is I cough up my nose. It goes in my brain.
Huh.
Comes out my ears.
That actually is pretty weird.
Yeah, I made all that up. I just have allergies.
Oh, fine, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's a lot harder to tell what the other person is telling the truth or not from a continent away.
Liar.
Liar, liar.
I thought we had a thing. Plants for hire.
Remember when SpongeBob was funny?
Yeah. It was like all of the SpongeBob before the SpongeBob movie.
I think that's actually isn't that kind of the doctrine online? Is everything
Oh
before
yeah.
the SpongeBob
Oh
movie was
yeah.
funny? And
Everything
the SpongeBob movie included.
everything like pre-movie, and then like parts of the movie,
Even
and then
I specifically remember the episode, um, the first episode of the new season after the movie because it came out on my birthday of 2005. I watched it and was like, that was not good.
yeah,
It was
I don't
really
know
really
what
bad.
I don't know what happened post-movie. It just changed.
They ran out of ideas, I think.
Probably.
It
I mean,
happens.
they've been making it for a while.
You know, it's. I was having this discussion with a friend of mine who's he's a business major, so I don't really know why we're having a discussion about television shows, but he said
Business.
he had a good point when he said for shows like South Park and The Simpsons, you can have wave upon wave of ideas, including current events, because that's adult humor. With kids humor, you can only stretch that so far. I mean, SpongeBob's been on the
Why?
air. SpongeBob's been on the air for I think 14 or 15 years now.
Yeah, but why can't you stretch out kids' humor? Because kids don't keep up with current events?
Kids don't keep up with current events, and it's the fact that eventually all those topics that you use in the kid, well, not really topics, but ideas you use in the kids show, you're gonna run out
Yeah.
eventually because it's just a kids show.
Yeah.
It's I'm sure it'll happen to Phineas and Ferb one day.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, indeed. I mean, I'm sure it's different for other kids' show too, like Courage the Cowardly Dog, which shouldn't have been taken off of television, but whatever. It's like Courage the Cowardly Dog is just. I don't know if you'd ever run out of ideas for what is known as a horror kids show.
You just have to keep making monsters
You really do. I mean,
and stuff like that.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was basically just the same episode but with different monsters.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
And I liked it. I liked it a lot. That's my favorite. What was your favorite TV show growing up
As a kid?
as a kid?
Hmm. Yeah, I was a big fan of SpongeBob. I also liked like it I feel like all the episodes were only like 10 minutes long, but it came on Nickelodeon like in between all the other shows, and it was called Action Team Now.
Oh God.
And it was, yeah, it was like the little, like,
Meltman with the
yeah,
power
Melt
to
Man with the
melt.
power to melt.
I know what you're talking about.
It was just all the little like plastic. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was just the guys who did Robot Chicken. Only that was like their first show,
God. Oh man.
was Action Team Now.
Getting nostalgic up in here.
Action Team Now.
No. Oh
Yeah.
God.
The guys who write Phineas and Ferb though, like creativity wise, really surprise me,
Yeah.
because not only are they writing every episode, they're also voicing both Phineas and Ferb and some of the other characters, and they write a new song for every episode.
You know, because Phineas or Ferb talks so much.
Yeah, well, he has a line
Has
every
feelings.
episode.
Yeah.
He has like two or three.
Uh, to be honest, I don't watch much Phineas and Ferb.
It's a good show.
I believe you.
I recommend it.
My TV no longer
Some
gets.
of the
Sorry.
some
Sorry
of the
to interrupt,
music
Connor.
some of the music they make is pretty on point. There's a there's an episode where they have a sister. Her name is Candace.
Yeah, I know.
Candace is allergic to yams, and whenever she accidentally eats yams,
Uh huh.
like her throat ends up swelling up, but not to the point where like she's choking. It's just to the point where like she gets this super raspy voice.
Mhm.
And it's like Candace ends up eating these yams because apparently in her mind like her brothers tricked her or something. And then
Okay.
she goes over to Mom, who is actually in a jazz band. Mom plays like keyboards in this jazz band who's playing for a yarn festival. Or no, they're playing for a knitting
Okay.
club that meets in the mall. And the jazz band is like an upright bass and then a keyboard and a drum set. And Candace is going up to tell her mom, and her mom is like, "This is some pretty good poetry. Why don't you get on the mic?" And Candace starts like singing on the mic, and then it just turns into a blues jam.
That sounds
And
pretty
like
awesome.
apparently their mom is just like super good at electric like blues guitar because she starts whipping out all these crazy pentatonic riffs and stuff. And then for some reason Dad is their sound guy and he picks up a harmonica and knows how to play it.
That's really
And then
strange.
and then the song Evil Boys was created, which is on my iPod
Because why not?
because it's good. I don't know who the session musicians that like actually played on that were, but those guys are like good. They're on point.
I never.
Anyways, yeah,
I,
Phineas and Ferb.
I really. I watched kids shows, and I still watch. I have been known to watch television shows in my day, but
No way.
yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
Tell me more.
I
What is it
watch.
like to see moving picture boxes?
Let me tell you, Sonny. Back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways to watch Batman and Robin.
I like going to Appalachian because I can tell people I walk uphill both
Uphill both
ways in
ways.
snow to the school.
Uh, I just tell people I walk in the rain all the freaking time because I do.
let, Let me tell you about my days in Western Carolina.
God.
I woke up one morning, there was snow on the ground. And at 4 p.m. it was 97 degrees.
It's pretty much what happens in Western, though.
I
No,
was wearing my coat, and I walk outside expecting it to be cold, and then it's 97 degrees. You don't know what it's like to sweat till you was prepared for winter and find out that it's 97 degrees, boy.
no joke. It's like the third week I'm at school. This is obviously last year. I wake up and I look out the window and there's frost, and it's like the end of September.
Yeah.
So I put on a light jacket and I go outside and I go to my first class of the day, which was an 8 a.m. class, and I practice piano for a little bit because that's what music people have to do. I go back outside and it's 80 degrees. And it's like 10 in the morning and it's 80 degrees outside and I'm like, what is the one time even when it snowed, it was cold when I woke up in the morning, which was it was on the weekend, so it was like 1 p.m., so whatever. But it snowed, and when it snowed, it got warmer. And I don't know why. It stayed below freezing, obviously, and then at night it went to
Yeah.
like 4 degrees. That's why it's one of the reasons I couldn't go to App is because just I hate snow so much. And that's all it does in App is snow, and all it does in Western is rain.
Yeah, it snows a lot.
And I'm getting a college education. I'm really pissed off about it because I'm wet all the time.
My favorite thing is when you're walking to class and like I got to a point where I wouldn't even check the temperature before I go
Yeah,
outside. I'd
exactly.
just be like, yeah, whatever, it's gonna be like 17.
When I visited, I took when I visited Noah and Savory at App, and
And
I
me.
took and you. Well, you kind of visited me,
I
but
showed up.
you did show up. You showed up. Oh God, you showed up and you showed me the Legend of Chaw, and I had nightmares. But
Wow.
when I visited you guys, the first thing I did when I stepped out of my car was the wind blew, and I was like, nope, 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 nope. I was like,
You
this is
just you just
I.
you should have just like gotten back in your car and driven home.
God,
Just
it hurt my face.
yeah. Yeah, it does.
I was like, why would? I was like, what? No, it's so cold.
Seriously though,
God,
it's not like the temperature that ever gets you.
it's
It's
the
always like the
wind.
40-mile-per-hour
Yeah,
wind.
if the wind stopped blowing for 10 seconds at App, it would have been fine.
Oh yeah, it'd be great. Are
Yeah,
you kidding?
that
We go sledding.
that and if you didn't have to walk 7 miles to get to the music building. That's one of the reasons I love my campus is because the music building's like 200 yards away. So
Yeah.
if
I mean,
that,
at your campus though, everything is pretty close.
yeah, except Buchanan. Buchanan's a dorm, and it's It's isolated from the rest of campus. There's nothing around it. It's a dorm on top of a hill, and
Wow.
it's in the middle of nowhere. And Western is known as a 15-minute campus. I highly doubt that
Yeah.
for some people. And it's a
You
it's a
can get anywhere in 15 minutes.
yeah, I think it's a load of crap.
What if
It,
you're like super fat?
18
I
minutes, you
bet
might.
I bet I bet I can't waddle across this campus
Super
in
fat like me.
15 minutes.
Probably not.
Totally.
At least I don't have to walk. At least I don't have to walk 7 miles to get to the parking lot.
Hey,
I said it. I said it.
whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna get like incredible leg muscles.
God. Um.
They've built a new radio complex at App,
Okay.
which is pretty cool because all the equipment and stuff is new. The only
Yeah.
problem is it is literally the furthest is the furthest out building in the entire campus.
It's the Point Everest radio station.
It is like it is across the street from downtown Boone. Like it's basically in
God, dude.
downtown Boone. And you have to walk
That sounds
across
awesome.
campus and then across the street and then a little more and then you get there.
Man, that sounds great. Let me tell you what.
Especially since my dorm isn't on that side of campus anymore. My dorm's on like the complete other side of campus.
Nice. I'm in the honors dorm because my roommate is awesome. So
Sweet.
yeah, it's
I'm
like
in the honors dorm, even though I'm not in honors.
with you too. Never mind. I'm in the honors dorm because my roommate's the coolest person in the world. But you've met Jacob. He's awesome.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Shout
Is
out,
he in honors?
shout out to Jacob. Yeah, he's in honors. Jacob has like a 3.9 GPA. Comes in and tells me that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, whatever.
I'll just chill out here with 2.8. Whatever.
Being all average.
Music is hard. Man, I hope no one fights
Radio
about college.
radio is hard too. Man, I gotta sit in front of this mic and talk like
Talk
I'm
all
doing
day.
now. Ugh.
The
It's
fish.
horrible.
The fish was delish, and it made quite a dish.
That's what I do for like 4 hours every day. I just sit in front of a mic. The fish was delish,
Don't worry,
and
all
it
I
made quite a dish. And then
all
I'm
I,
like, the fish was delish, and it made quite a
you're on
dish.
NPR.
Apparently.
The next question comes from Cindy Rochester of Wyoming. She says, "Was the fish delish?" Yes, Cindy, and it made quite a dish. Um,
I don't have an NPR like name. I
no,
heard
you
there was a
don't.
formula to make your NPR name, because everyone who's like a DJ or or not DJ but like a reporter or a
There are no
host on NPR,
there are no DJs at NPR.
they're not DJs. They just have weird names.
Yeah.
It's like you take your middle initial and just put it somewhere in your first name, and then you take your last name is like I think it's like the last food you ate, but it's
Okay.
not. But it's like some other name for the last food you ate. I think it might be like the last Italian food you ate.
I don't remember the last Italian food I ate. I'm trying to
My
think
name
now.
is my name is Jonathan Mozzarelli.
Jonathan Mazzarelli.
Yeah, because it's like mozzarella but not.
I don't know if you can really bind my two names. If you can bind my first name and middle name together, though.
Whatever, just do it. Your middle name's Greg, right? Austin Greg McDowell.
Gregory.
Gregory. Yeah,
Yeah.
just take the G. Just put it somewhere. Your name is Austin.
Ostinga.
Austin.
Os- Ostinga calzone.
Austin Calzone.
That's terrible.
Now reporting for NPR News, this is Austin Calzone getting.
Into the...
Getting ready for another.
God, what would I talk about on NPR? I'd probably do some stupid stuff. The pretzel
We're
burger
here.
from Wendy's might be the worst thing I've ever eaten. Dude, I ate a pretzel burger.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's...
Was it good or
No.
horrible?
It's like number 5 on the top 10 worst foods I've ever had.
Yeah, 'cause I had one too. I don't know. Was yours just like wet?
I don't really know how to describe mine.
Mine was wet. Like I don't even know how it happened. I'm like, this is a pretzel
It was a
burger, and
soggy
like,
pretzel burger.
yeah, the whole purpose of having a pretzel bun is 'cause it resists water more than
Yeah.
normal. And this one's just like, oh, okay, it's wet now,
So
whatever.
it doesn't soak up the fat and grease that you're about to shove right down your filthy gullet, you pig.
Basically. Oh,
I need to feel less
I don't know.
guilty about myself when I eat.
I don't know why Wendy's ever just went past the Baconator. They should have stopped there. And
God.
just
The clogger.
they just serve Baconators and then like Dave's Hot and Juicy, and that's all they do.
That's some pretty good
What do you want?
chicken nuggets.
I want Dave's Hot and Juicy. I want it in my mouth. Mm.
Oh, that's gross. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it, even though that's McDonald's.
Yeah, it is McDonald's. Man, I think both my feet fell asleep simultaneously. The only fast food restaurant that I find remotely appealing is Burger King.
Really?
A lot of people don't like Burger King.
I love Bojangles.
I can't eat Bojangles. It gives me heartburn.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
you're missing out. It's so delicious. Damn biscuits.
That's so good. You know, one time I applied to a Bojangles and the person said, "Yep, you got the job for sure," and then they never called me back.
I heard.
Yeah. Wait, did you?
Yeah, you told me.
Oh. Was
Now
that
you're
one
telling
of the,
me again.
Was that one of the moments when I was whining like a teenage girl?
You mean all of them?
I got served. It's true. I have no real friends.
Sob.
I know this is a complete 180, but we briefly touched on this and then said we'd save it for this podcast. People who make backup Facebooks,
Yeah.
stop doing it.
I don't know why they make backup Facebooks.
I'm sorry to tell you, no one really cares about you that much. No one's gonna hack your Facebook.
Sometimes I delete people who make backup Facebooks.
I can't stand it when people do that. It's like, why would you? Why? You don't need 2 Facebook accounts.
You ever just delete people from Facebook though?
Yeah, I mean, I delete people
do.
who, you know, I'm not really sure, but I do delete people. I just couldn't think of an example.
I'm talking like mass exodus. It's like every year I just go through and just clean out my
You
Facebook.
just do an unholy purge with Mozart's Requiem playing in the background.
Basically, it's like it's like behind a really good poop. It is a just great like satisfactory feeling.
What?
It's like on the scale. Number
Sucker
one
punch
is
me.
always really good poop, and then number 2 is mass Facebook friend exodus.
It's kind of ironic how the massive Facebook friend exodus is number 2, though, really.
Yeah, you're right. But that's the way it works.
I know some people who, and this happened to me, it's like you wish them a happy, or they wish you a happy birthday, or you wish them a happy birthday, and they or you take you or them off their friends list. That made sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you wish them a happy birthday, and then
It's
they're
like,
like, I don't know
like,
who this person is.
what the hell, man? Come on. I've never really... It's just kind of rude, and I sit back and I'm
Yep.
like, just think of all the stuff you're missing out on, man. It's like, you're
See-
never gonna know what key a housefly hums in now.
The the only problem though with mass exodus of Facebook is
2 points.
you have to be sure that either you will never see this person again or they will not notice if you have deleted them from Facebook. Because one time
Sorry to
one
interrupt.
time I accidentally deleted the girl who lived next to me in the dorm because I forgot what her name was.
Nice.
Her name was Cassie, and I was just looking through like, who's Cassie?
How
I
do you
don't know,
forget a name
delete.
like that?
And then she was like I was hanging out in her room one time, and she was
Nice.
just like, "Oh yeah, I'll just send it to you on Facebook." And she was like, "Why aren't we friends on Facebook?" And I was like, "I don't
Oh
know."
no, isn't
She
that
was
weird?
like, she was like, "Did you delete me on Facebook?" I was like, "I don't think I deleted you on Facebook. I've never done that before. I'm gonna leave now."
I couldn't remember her name on Facebook. Isn't that weird how that happens, Shaquanda Hicks? Oh gosh. I delete people on Facebook who are inactive, like they aren't there for several weeks at a time, or who usually say something mean about my friends because I'm that kind of person. We've just hit the 1,000 second mark, by the way, in case you were curious. This is the time.
Yes,
This is the time of the podcast
we
where
did it.
where we here at Pie of Justice remind you not to text and drive because you'll die and it will be unfortunate and someone will make a commercial about you.
To be honest, you won't die. The worst part is the commercial.
The commercials are pretty bad. If you don't
I
die,
know.
you will be in a commercial, and every time you see it, you will just
I
instantly.
hate. Okay, no, I hate that commercial with like the little like chubby kid who's like in the neck brace.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
Well, it's like basically his mom is like sitting there talking to you the whole time, just going, he
Yeah,
was just walking across the street, and then some chick who was texting ended up hitting him in the face
just like
with
that.
her truck.
Did
Yeah,
the mom?
basically.
Did the mom go to prison? Did she spend eight
I
years in prison? Because that's kind of what it sounds like.
I don't know. And then it's like we found out that the text said, "Be there soon."
She didn't
Be
get
there
there.
soon. No, she's just like, "Be there soon." I want to know, was the text really that important? And then like that's the
God.
whole. And then like they just zoom in on the kid's face, and the kid's just sad.
And then it
And
says
then that's
it says it
that's
says it says really cryptically, "Don't text and
yeah, I know.
drive."
And then that's the whole commercial.
That's the entire commercial. That
I'm just
sounds
like,
like a really crap commercial.
this is horrible.
I was over at Noah's house and me and his dad were watching the text and drive commercial, and it said it had him and his or it had this guy and he was sitting in a chair and I forgot what he was talking about, but I walked in at the wrong time and the first thing that popped up on the screen said like Jack killed three children and his wife in a car accident, and I was like, whoa, okay. I had just gotten done laughing about something, so then I was going downstairs going, and then I looked at the TV and was like, not the best timing in the world, that's for sure.
It's like the ASPCA commercials, just like, "Hi, I'm gonna ruin your
Ruin your day,
day."
yeah. That's what the ASPCA commercials are. It's hi, I'm Sarah McLaughlin, and I'm here to ruin your entire day. That's what they
Hi,
are.
remember how you weren't thinking about mistreated puppies and kittens?
God. Oh,
Well, too bad,
ASPCA.
'cause now you are.
In the arms of an angel. Like, good lord. Those
Ew.
God, those commercials are like emo pudding.
I used to have a friend who would like always just laugh whenever those came on.
Wow, is your friend a
Like
sadist?
just out loud he would laugh. No, he would laugh because the whole time he was just like, "What do you think this is like from the dog's perspective? Dog's just hanging out in a kennel." He's like, "What is this in front of my face? What are you guys doing? This
God.
is weird, you guys." He's just
They
like, "Am I gonna get a treat? What's going on?" He would say that to himself, and then he would just laugh in front of those commercials.
and
And
then
everyone,
they'd start talking to Jim Bob the Panda Bear.
yeah, basically, everyone in the room would just think he was weird. I thought it
Yeah.
was hilarious. I was like,
That
"This is
is
the
weird.
best. This is the best piece of performance comedy I think I might have ever seen in my living room."
It's terrible.
You have to look at it as a performance instead of just a dude laughing at something.
I perform for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
How am I supposed to look
I'm
at that as a
surprised.
performance?
I'm surprised you don't understand.
Sorry, I must be. I miss. Let me take off my rose-colored glasses here. Oh, I see it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I get what you're talking about now.
See, you're doing it wrong.
Yep, I sure am. This entire life thing, just messing it up.
Mm-hmm. Wrong.
Just taking it one day at a time.
Wall.
Okay, so the other day I went to Wet and Wild,
Mm-hmm.
Emerald Point, with
With your brother.
a good friend of mine, Andrew McDowell, and
No way.
yeah, isn't that weird? I know, right? It's like we're related.
Oh
But
man.
he was like, "Let's go to the wave pool," and I was like, "Okay." The last time I went to Wet and Wild was a little over a year ago, and I completely avoided the wave pool
The
because,
same pee is still in the wave pool, by the way,
thank you.
from a year ago.
What I envisioned, that's disgusting. It's probably why my acne's been acting so weird lately. But anyway, well, I felt really sick and been vomiting 3/4 of the day. But anyway, I never liked the wave pool because I would always at least find one band-aid in it. Went to the
hmm
wave pool, found three in the same area, and like a bunch of feathers, and like a bunch of feathers too. So I theorized that a seagull exploded.
Feathers.
I don't know where the feathers. Like every time there was a big wave, it's like a bunch of feathers would wash up with it, and I was, God, and
It was
the
like
wave pool.
I
It's
feel
okay.
sorry for those ducks. The ducks that were just like, "Oh, look, this is just a lake. We'll just What? No! What
I
is
think they
going
were.
on?"
I think they were seagulls actually. I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
I think someone might have thrown a Tony the
Oh,
pizza over the wall.
who cares about seagulls then? No one likes seagulls.
Well, no one likes seagulls, but I sure as hell don't like them washing up in a wave pool either. I can just see a sea. I just could just see this wave of seagull carcasses coming up upon someone. Wouldn't that be the worst movie ever? Seagull.
Seagull NATO.
Seagull. Oh, God. Why is Sharknado a thing?
You know they're making a sequel.
I know.
You know they're making a sequel.
I
I
know.
still haven't seen the original Sharknado. I need to.
I've seen about a fourth of it, and then I passed out. And my brain hemorrhaged.
Sharks in midair.
Oh,
What I
God.
want to do, what I want them to do is like sharks in the Arctic, because if we use the same logic as Sharknado, then ice is still technically water, which means sharks can totally be there.
Have you ever heard of Super Shark?
No.
Super Shark is, it's about. I can't really tell you what it's about. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It has a walking tank because
A
a regular
walking
tank
tank.
would not suffice. It has a fight between a shark, excuse me, and a walking tank. It's the dumbest thing ever. Um, I
It's
made
like
up.
the Taco Bell of movies.
It's really bad.
It's
It's
like
really
it's
bad.
like it's like movies that are so bad that you actually just enjoy it.
I hate Taco
It's
Bell.
like Taco Bell but cinema.
It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Um,
I had Taco Bell for lunch. It was delicious.
oh God, I hate Taco Bell.
I was at the KFC Taco Bell combination store,
You were at the
which
Pizza
is
Hut Taco Bell.
sadly no, I can't find a Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Oh,
But you'll know when I do, because I'll send you like 12 text messages that just say, "We at the Pizza Hut. We
we
at
at
the
the
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell.
We at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell."
I would drive to wherever you were just to see that.
Just so we can go to the combination
I would.
Pizza Hut Taco
I
Bell.
want to see a Pizza Hut Taco Bell. I hope someone sends me a picture of a Pizza Hut and a Taco Bell. Like,
I hope someone gets
together.
this.
It's, yeah, same here.
But yeah, the the Pizza Hut, or not Pizza Hut, the Taco Bell slash KFC is probably one of the best like culinary institutes we've ever come up with, because it is literally the only place where I can order a beefy 5-layer burrito and then also KFC gravy and just put KFC gravy on it.
That sounds
And then
dreadfully disgusting.
and then just be like, "Hey, you know what my side's gonna be? It's gonna be cinnamon twists and also KFC mac and cheese
And a
because
Diet
I
Coke.
can do that." And a Diet Coke because I'm watching my figure.
Oh man,
I was disappointed they don't actually have Baja Blast at the combinations.
I never had a Baja Blast.
They only whoa,
I know, right? Isn't that weird?
it's delicious.
I believe you, but at the same time, I
It's
don't.
actually specifically formulated to go with Taco Bell.
Scientifically
No, like
formulated.
like you think I'm joking. They only made it so Taco Bell would have something that you could drink with Taco Bell. Like
Uh,
that's all it's for.
so it's like the only place I've ever seen strawberry Fanta was a Whataburger in Texas
Yeah,
and
basically.
Zaxby's Chicken.
Basically.
Man, Whataburger is a fast food chain that is
Yeah.
only in Texas and some parts of Oklahoma. And we were visiting
Hmm.
Texas. We went to like six of them. They're everywhere. There's like we were driving through Austin, and
Yeah.
I saw like eight Whataburgers in a square mile, and I was like, "What is this?" They have really good
It's
food
like
too.
they're like the amount of wings at the beach. It's like you're in an intersection, and you're like, oh look, here's a wings next to us.
Yeah,
Look what's across the intersection. It's a wings. We
yeah,
could get crappy towels
exactly.
here or here.
They had a lot of those in Texas too.
Wings.
Yeah, but with Whataburger has the best ketchup I've ever had.
What is the difference?
I couldn't really tell you. Well, it's a lot spicier. Well, it's not a lot.
Oh.
It's not a lot spicier, but they have original ketchup
Hmm.
and regular ketchup, or not regular ketchup. I guess that is original ketchup, and
I was
spicy
about to say, what's the?
and and spicy ketchup. And spicy ketchup's not really spicy. It just kind of has a kick to it, like steak sauce.
Yeah.
Only you can put it on fries.
Cool.
And the original ketchup, I don't know what it is. I guess it just tastes sweeter, but it's really good. It's kind of like
I
Doctor.
wouldn't. I
What?
wouldn't look up what's in it then,
Oh, I won't. But
because it's probably like anus or something.
it's probably anus. It's
Yeah.
probably liquid anus.
It's like raccoon anus.
Well, Dr. Pepper's better in Texas too. I'm convinced.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
think
it is bottled in Texas.
Yeah, it was made in Texas.
Yeah.
It was birthed in Texas.
Birthed.
The great soda god, birthed Dr. Pepper in Texas.
That's why you should only drink cheer wine in North Carolina.
Pretty much, yeah. Cheer wine. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Cheer wine.
I love
Um,
having cousins from New York because they thought cheer wine was actually like alcoholic. And we'd just
yeah.
be drinking it in front of them, and I'd be like 7, like drinking it in front of them, and they're
Dude.
like, "Why does your kid have such a tolerance? He's
They were
7."
they were like, what's going on here? No offense to anyone from New
Basically.
York. Man, my grandma in Virginia didn't know what cheer one was, so she called it cheer beer one time.
Cheer
It was
beer.
very funny. It's not very funny at 2:45 in the morning, but it was pretty funny at the time.
Hmm. You ever
Uh,
been to an In-N-Out burger?
no, I have not. I've heard stuff about them.
They are so delicious.
They're really bad for
Like,
you.
yep. So whatever. Like,
Not that I care.
I
I'm
would,
anorexic.
I would almost move to California just so I could have In-N-Out burger. Because I think as far east as it goes is like Vegas,
Oh, that
but
sucks.
they're all over California. They're just
Everywhere
delicious.
in California.
In-N-Out is just so good. It's like there's 12 In-N-Outs per block
When did you go to
in
California?
California. Whenever we went on our vacation to San Diego, like 4 years ago.
I didn't even know you went to San Diego. So what you're saying
Yeah,
is
man.
In-N-Out Burger is like the Whataburger of California.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet that it tastes better.
I don't know about that, son. Um, I guess I should explain it since I just said it. I went to the doctor and was diagnosed with anorexia. So
That's why you're anorexic.
disclaimer, I'm not anorexic. I eat like a tank. So there you go. Into that one.
Hmm.
Moving right along. I'm convinced that every state in the United States of America, the fake states included, those being Alaska and Hawaii, are
I thought Puerto Rico was a fake state.
Puerto Rico's
I
not.
thought that's what.
It's
I
not.
thought that's what it. Or what is it? The Dominican?
No, no, it's Puerto Rico, but it's not officially been declared a state. The other two
Oh.
have. I'm convinced that I'm convinced that every state in the United States has a different kind of a different grocery store that's not Walmart. Like, North Carolina has Food Lion, and
Yeah.
In Texas it's called HEB.
Hmm.
There's another
South
one.
Carolina. South Carolina has Piggly Wiggly.
Does it really?
I think so.
Oh,
I see the most Piggly Wigglies in South
South
Carolina.
Carolina. 'Cause
I
there are a
mean, I'm
few.
pretty sure. I don't think it's actually from South
Yeah,
Carolina,
there are a few in North Carolina.
but whenever I'm in South Carolina, I always see way too many Piggly Wigglies.
There's Piggly Wigglies everywhere.
Seriously, I'm just like, how many Piggly Wigglies are in this state?
Oh, I believe you. Um, in I forgot what it was in Arizona, but I know it's the only place I've ever seen green tea vitamin water.
Wow.
Um, for future reference, never drink green tea vitamin water. It is awful.
Is it?
It's like
Is it
drinking.
just bad?
It's like drinking cigarette smoke.
I mean, do you like green tea though? Like normal green tea?
I like green tea and I like vitamin water, but you mix those together and it's really bad.
Hmm.
It is
Hmm.
really really bad.
Wow.
Like
I
it's
don't like green tea.
you
I
don't like
can't do
green
it.
tea?
No.
I don't love green tea, but I really like it. I like
Just
Sobe green tea.
to me it just tastes like dirt. It's just like I'm not drinking dirt.
It tastes like dirt.
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 That's what it is. It just tastes like dirt. What's really
But
funny is how much my grandpa likes Arizona sweet tea. Or
Arizona
not
sweet tea is
Arizona
really
sweet
good.
tea. He likes Arizona green tea.
I don't like Arizona green tea. I'm yawning.
Like he buys it by the pitcher. Like my brother and I were at his house one time,
The
and he
pitcher.
just goes, he just goes, "Hey, you guys want some tea?" And we were like, "Sure." I bet it's like normal sweet tea. And he pulls out like a normal giant pitcher of Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey.
That
And
sounds. I don't like that.
I was like, you've been drinking this now, Grandpa? I didn't even know you did stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, it's delicious. I was like,
Never,
is our grandpa a hipster now? What's going on?
never ever found that appealing. I like Arizona. Ah, I forgot what it was called.
I like almost all of their drinks, to
Have
be
you? I
honest.
don't know if they sell it here. Have you had Arizona watermelon tea?
Yeah, it's
It is
delicious.
really good. They had
Wait,
it.
it's watermelon tea or is it just watermelon?
It might just be watermelon, but I had it in Texas at South Padre Island. Great.
Cool.
So good.
They have watermelon. They have a mucho mango drink.
Okay, that does not sound nearly as good.
It's called mucho mango, and it's almost the sweetest drink that they make.
What's the sweetest they make?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
To me, as far as I know, it is the sweetest drink that they make,
Oh.
but I bet it's not.
Who knows? It might be the sweetest drink they make.
It might be. It's mangoes, but it's
I hate
delicious.
mangoes. I think I might be
They also
allergic to
make a
mangoes.
they also make a mango lemonade that's pretty good
That
too.
does not sound good to me either.
It's delicious. It's next to the strawberry lemonade.
Pie of Justice. Where else are you gonna find two dudes talking about teas at 2:51 in the morning?
Yeah, this is the best time to talk about tea. We're not doing drugs.
We're not though. We're on different
No, like
continents.
really, we aren't, man. This is how I get high. Just talk about tea.
God, I'm so high
It's
on
like
life.
3 a.m. I gotta go to work at 10. Yeah, it's a good
Who
day.
cares?
I care.
Oh God. Yeah, we'll wrap it up soon, and then I get to proof
Cool.
listen to it.
Cool.
Yay. Oh, what else have we not talked about that I said we'd talk about?
I don't even know.
Man, I'm not sure myself. Wish Rihanna would hurry up and finish the frickin' drawing so I can put it on. There's your hint, Rihanna, in case you're listening to this.
Not like the real Rihanna.
Yeah, not Diamonds in the Sky, Rihanna.
Actually, totally that Rihanna.
I think it's raining.
She's listening right now. It's totally that Rihanna.
Oh man, you know how awesome that'd be to have Rihanna listening. That'd be so cool.
Dear Rihanna, if you are listening,
What
I
you
have.
say?
That you always meant well.
Rihanna, if you're listening, I respect you as a musician, even though I do think you've made some poor life choices. And Cake is the worst song ever written. Have you heard the song Cake?
No, I haven't.
It's Rihanna featuring Chris Brown. Tell me if you see a problem with that. I'm not joking.
But was this afterwards?
Yeah, it was afterwards. It was after he
Oh wow.
It was after
Oh
he turned her
wow.
face into hamburger meat.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
good God. It's not great. On the scale of pure garbage to magnificent, it ranks in at a not great, and that's like a 3 out of 10.
I still I still don't understand why people keep giving Chris Brown another chance.
He's a
'Cause
terrible
I'm
human
just
being.
like, I mean, he wasn't that good before,
No, he's an awful person
and now he's just hitting people.
all the time. I
What's
love.
really funny is if you say something bad about Chris Brown on Twitter and then
Oh,
like
people explode.
hashtag it so people will see it, yeah,
Hmm.
people just get angry. I'm like, why are you guys defending
I
him?
don't know. It's really strange. I love reading tweets. It's like I would let Chris Brown beat the crap out of me. It's
I'm
like
like,
you need to
yeah, sure you would.
you need to check yourself into a mental institution because good lord, no, that's not
What's
cool.
wrong? That's okay. I guess so.
This is one of those people you should just look at him and be like, you have a problem. Oh man, man alive. All right, well we are 1,600 seconds in because this thing does not have a minute counter. Either that, or I still don't know how to. I still don't know how to use Adobe Audition.
Probably both.
Well, I mean, I hardly ever really know how to use things that give me a heart attack the first time I start them up, so. Which is two. Two things in the last month have, well, probably not last month, two things in the last 2 months probably have given me a heart attack.
Yeah,
Norton Antivirus gave me a heart attack, and
really.
Adobe Audition gave me a heart attack. Yeah. You didn't hear about the Norton story?
Why do you use Norton?
I don't anymore. There was a free trial on my
Oh.
computer, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So I did. I took it, because God knows I wasn't paying
You
for
know.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
Norton.
and what Norton does was at the end of this 40-day free trial, it reminded me every well, it reminded me when there was 1 week left. It said 7 days to renew, and then after that, it started counting down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then it's like every hour.
It got no, that'd be weird. It
Hey,
got
by the way, you still got to renew this.
hey bud, hey buddy, I know you're watching porn, but seriously, renew your
That's what
antivirus.
I wanted to be just like some dude. Just like, hey, you gonna renew Norton?
No,
I'd
okay.
rather you just delete me at this point.
I'll just chill. I'll just chill out in the background. I'll watch you when you sleep. Hope you don't mind. But Norton Antivirus, it got down to the last day,
Uh-huh.
and I was sitting on Facebook. I think I was actually, I think I might have actually been writing something for Western, and all of a sudden, I don't know why, because I've never heard of it doing this for anyone else, unless it has, and I just haven't asked the right people. Norton goes, "Attention! Norton Antivirus expires today. Renew now, sacrifice a goat to our dark lord and savior, and get all these wonderful features."
There's like metal guitars and drums in the background.
Like blood started spewing out of the computer for
Yeah,
some reason.
yeah. You're just-
The 6 key started getting hit down in random increments. I couldn't
yeah.
explain why. All of a sudden, a claw reached out of the computer and stabbed me. And it's, and like,
The top of the screen just catches on fire.
yeah, I couldn't explain why. My TV exploded for some reason.
There was a pentagram on the floor. I was like, what?
The wall started to melt. I'm gonna have nightmares about Norton Antivirus tonight.
Yep.
But it like the computer screamed at me to update this antivirus, and it scared the hell out of me. I almost peed.
Almost.
Almost, not
You
quite.
did poop though.
Yeah, it was everywhere. And then when the frickin' Adobe Audition gave me its surprise, it gave me the surprise seduction music. It was like,
Welcome to Adobe Audition.
welcome to Adobe Audition. Come on, take your coat off. Can I get you a drink? Adobe after
Come on, take it off. It's really warm in here.
after Adobe Audition it was a pretty good attempt at trying to get me to take my pants off.
Oh yeah, are you kidding?
That scared the hell out of me too.
I took my pants off the first time I used Adobe Audition.
I nearly did.
I was like, take me.
That theme music at the beginning is just attractive. It's like that deep voice and that that 1980s elevator music stuff going
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
Just got the new jazz in the back. You're just
Nothing,
like, oh,
nothing quite gives me the vapors like elevator music. I
the
stand, I
vapors.
stand on an elevator and I just start sweating, and I look over at someone and be like, "Is it hot in here?" Oh man, I just love riding on elevators. Not
The
really though.
vapors.
Not really though. I am dead terrified of elevators.
The vapors sound like some old Motown act that Barry Gordy conned into giving them all their
You've
songs.
never heard the vapors?
The vapors.
I think the vapors is a slang for hot flash from the 1940s,
Yeah, I think it is too.
but I don't remember.
It also sounds like a quartet.
The
They
vapors
were
does.
like, they were like, you wanna put us on Gordy Records, Mr. Barry Gordy? What? You said you give us $100 for all of our songs? We're gonna make some money. And then he's like, yeah, I'll do it, Vapors. This is getting weird. It's 3 in the morning.
It is 3 in the morning. We need to do gangster impersonations next week.
Next week.
Next week
That'll be
on
for next week.
let's see, next
We'll
week
do
on
gangster
God,
impersonations.
stop freaking interrupting me, God. Okay.
By the way, we're gonna do gangster impersonations next week. It's
Bro.
gonna be great.
Not gangsta, but gangster. With a hard at the end. Next week on the Pie of Justice, we'll probably do gangster impersonations. We'll talk about our favorite soft drinks and probably what is going on in the news and whatever else we want to talk about at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have work in the morning, and
I do.
I need to write an album. So yeah, I don't know why, but I always feel a lot more creative in the wee hours of the morning than I do uh, when like the middle of the day. Is
Yeah, I
that
don't know.
is that weird? I feel like that's weird.
I don't think it is.
Kind of like right before I go to sleep, I have to use the bathroom 6 times on the nose, and I can't explain why.
I don't know.
It's just the weirdest thing.
Anyways, that was it.
What are you doing?
Night, listeners.
Thanks for listening to the Pie of Justice podcast.
Yeah, I want
Really
that to be the end.
God,
Just you talking about how you have to pee 6 times.
I'd really rather it not be the end. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, thank you for listening to the Pie of Justice podcast. Please tune in next week, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. It's not my place to judge what you think's funny or not. Anyway, I'm Austin. That's Cruz. See you later.
Yeah, that'll be it. I'll just go.